Hey guys, it's me, Teresa Perrin. I just wanted to give you a brief update on TBLT, Tough Built Homes. I'm going to go over what the stock is and why you need to have this on your radar, guys. There's an absolutely insane amount of shares traded today for this teeny tiny 2.1 million share float, guys. 25 times the entire free float was traded. Guys, I don't know what you're thinking, but I'm saying something's up here and something big is coming our ways, especially when I show you how much of that was in the dark pool. Anyways, let's get started, and please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. And just quickly, nothing I say is financial advice, so do your own DD. Okay, guys, before we begin, just a quick little bit of info about Tough Built. Obviously, it is a NASDAQ traded stock, and it is up 41.56% today with a current price of $4.36, which is $1.28 higher than its open today, where it opened at $3.42 and had a high of $5.18. And it closed at $4.19. It's currently up in after hours, which is why I think this could be a multi-day runner, guys. The VWAP is at $4.22, so great to see. We are trading above VWAP. And according to this, there were 146,899 trades of TBLT today for a total volume of 59,553,445. And guys, shares. And guys, this had an average of 13 cents to $20 over the last 52 weeks. And when it got this super low, they had to do a reverse stock split. So you got, I forget if it was 20 shares to one or what. I could go back and look, but it doesn't really matter because ultimately this stock is beat down and beat down hard. And that's my point in all of this. But also, I wanted to show you that there is only 2.13 million shares, guys, and they have a market cap of 9.03 million. So a 2.13 million float is teeny, teeny, tiny in comparison to how small that is, guys. Redbox has, well, when we first started following it, it had a 4 million float, right? And now it has somewhere around a 6 million float or something like that. But in comparison, this is teeny, teeny, tiny, and a 2 million float stock, guys, can move an insane amount. And for it to have traded 59.5 million shares today, I mean, that's over 25 times the free float. It's absolutely crazy to think about that because there has to be a whole lot of naked shorting going on in order for that to happen. That 100% is fact, and I'm not making crap up because you can't trade a 2.13 million float over 29 times and expect that, you know, everyone's selling their shares. No, I mean, yes, obviously there's trading going on, but that's something else on a whole other scale. And insider ownership of this stock, guys, is 28.5%. So that's my update. Let me go into the rest of this. Okay, guys, so I want to give you a brief overview of what Tough Built is and what brought attention to this stock finally, because it's something that I have been eyeing due to the level of short interest for a few weeks now. And today we finally got the action that I was looking for. Actually, I think I started noticing it moving yesterday, but today it really popped. So anyways, Tough Built is an advanced product design manufacturer and distributor with emphasis on innovative products. They're focused on tools and other accessories for professionals and do-it-yourself construction industry, people in the construction industry. They market and distribute various home improvement and construction product lines for do-it-yourselfers and professional markets under the Tough Built brand name within the global multi-billion-dollar per year tool market industry. Okay, guys, so basically Tough Built is just like it sounds. They make tools for homeowners that like to do it yourself and for people in the construction industry. And attention was brought to the stock on Monday because they announced 3.56 million in quarter 2 2022 sales through Amazon, which is where they sell a lot of their products. And let me just quickly go over this with you because I think it's important to have some background on what's going on with the company, because it's actually a good stock that's just been beaten down hard, guys. So TBLT Industries announced today that the company's gross sales for the quarter ending June 30th, 2022 through Amazon were 3.56 million, which represented a 20% increase from the same quarter in 2021. Sales for the first half of 2022 increased by 24% to approximately 7.01 million compared to 5.31 million for the first half of 2021. So guys, as you can see, they are having significant growth. I mean, their profits have gone up 24% over the first half of the year over year. And given that most people are back to work this year, I would say that that's pretty significant. So I just wanted to give you that so that you have an idea of why it's finally starting to move. Because as you know, there's a lot of stocks out there with a huge amount of short interest. But this one kind of takes the cake as far as being really bad, in my opinion. If we look at Fintel, the short interest is currently 132.06 days, and it says they can cover in 0.41 days, which I believe. But guys, in order for them to have traded, like, I think it ended up being like 10 times the float today, maybe 5 times the float, or I don't think this number is right, and we'll look in a minute, because it reports that it traded 2,615,713 shares. So 2.615 million shares, right? But guys, I think it was more than that, and they are saying that 52.24% was traded in the dark pool. And yet the price still rose very significantly today. As of close, it was up 35.39. In after hours, I believe it's up to like 445, 447 at last check. And guys, I expect this to potentially be a multi-day runner, which is why I'm bringing it to you, because I don't think it's too late for this. But again, I want you to be careful about where you decide to enter this position if you have not already. If you were on my space call today, you know that I called this out in there a couple of times because it was running. But anyways, the short interest, guys, at 132.06% is more than the entire free float. So clearly there's a problem going on here. Unfortunately, you can't see this. Let me pull. But guys, as of last check that they did on Fintel at 12:16, there were no shares available to short. Guys, this stock has 100% utilization. It's sold off more than its free float. So Lord knows if it's 132% short interest, then that can only tell you how much naked shorting has gone on in this stock. So it has a significant potential to run, and I mean run. Currently, the cost to borrow, if they can find shares, is 244.57. But again, there's no shares. And as you know, from what I stated earlier, more than half of the trades were done in the dark pool. But guys, I want to take a look because look at here. At the end of June, all these FTDs due that are coming due now, which actually, it's not going to come due till towards next week is when they're really in trouble, guys. Because if you notice, when it went to like the 28th, 29th, and 30th, that's when they got in the millions, especially on June 28th. So next week or the beginning of August, end of next week, beginning of August, which would be the beginning of next week, I think, or the following week, they have 3,234,620 short exempts, guys. Failure to delivers. So naked shorts, essentially. That, guys, it's a 2.1 million float. They're screwed. I mean, this, and it just keeps going up. This is nuts. They really back themselves into a wall here. This could be a potential runner for a couple of weeks, in my opinion, if they don't start moving now to get those covered. So we'll see how high it goes, but definitely something that everybody should have on their radar. And if you can get in on the pullbacks, that would be the time to enter. This is, I don't chase, so, you know, I've been in this for a while, but I think I might want to take a bigger position now that I'm looking at this more closely. So interesting. But let me just pull up for you Market Chameleon, because I think that we're going to notice a difference when we get to there. So let me pull that up and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, so according to Market Chameleon, TBLT has traded 55.3 million shares. Yeah, Fintel's way off, guys, and I don't know who they're fooling on this one, because they said there was like 2.5 or 2.6 million or something like that shares traded in the dark pool, which was 52% of the total shares. That's BS, guys. They traded 55.3 million shares today, which is over 25 times the entire float. Okay, this needs to give you an idea of the actual amount of naked shorts that exist in this stock, because if a stock has 2 million shares, I'm sorry, I don't care how many people are day trading it, it certainly wasn't being traded 25 times its float over as this suggests. And guys, the dark pool trades for TBLT accounted for 75% of today's total trades. 75%. That is absolutely crazy and ridiculous, especially given the fact, guys, that we were up 37%. So that should say a lot to you. And, you know, just, I think it's only a matter of time before we see some huge moves in TBLT. This is insanity. And make sure you're watching, because you don't want to miss this one. Currently, it is at $4.35. And like I said, you know, I'm sure it's going to have pullbacks, all things that end up squeezing, which I think this has massive potential to do. They do have highs as well as lows. So pay attention and keep this on your radar. Thank you for watching, guys, and have a wonderful night.